Welcome to the 145th edition of Make Pro Wrestling Majestic again. I am Tiger Height.
And I am Peanut Gallery.
So, because we had 3 pay-per-views to cover, and we kind of had to play a little bit of tourist the last night, we didn't have enough time to really get everything together in an adequate amount of time. So, we're just going to go right into the pay-per-views that we did not cover because we were covering WrestleMania.
Yes.
And in my opinion, we're going to do from the worst to the best, because if there is a best, there has to be a worst.
Right.
And to me, the worst one was Supercard of Honor.
Yes.
Now,
I do agree with that.
Now, the wrestling was in no means poor.
No.
But the other ones were just better.
Yes.
And once again, AEW / Ring of Honor tend to do this where they have kind of an explanation, really crap shows, and then when it comes to the pay-per-views, you get pretty good action.
Yes, you do.
I mean, the opener was good. Kyle Fletcher and Lee Johnson. I really like the infantry after this because they actually pulled off a pretty good tag match.
Oh, yeah.
And to be honest with you, other than the Stardom showcase, which it was Stardom, it was a Stardom match. If you've seen one Stardom multi-woman tag, you've
seen all of them. They are all just, I don't like Stardom matches very much.
But the infantry really showcased some great stuff. I like the team. That match had, I would say, of all the title matches, the least that I could care about.
Yeah.
And then it turned out to be a really good match.
Right.
I'm excluding the Bullet Club Gold match because they literally made that match that day. So we could not do anything to prepare ourselves for it.
Yeah.
And even then, that match was fine.
Yeah.
I just want this blow-off between Bullet Club Gold against the Acclaimed. Because this is starting to drag a little bit, and I'm getting kind of frustrated.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they make a match for Dynasty, and that's about it.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean, I don't think that's going to happen. I can't remember if Dynasty is going to have anything with them, but probably not.
I haven't seen anything. Of course, we got another week of shows.
Oh, I know. And then finally, I would say the biggest criticism I had was the ad nauseum shoving like Jay Briscoe down our throats during this match.
It was pretty bad. Although the match itself was pretty good.
The match itself was good, but once again, it's not Mark. How did Mark get here? Because his brother died?
Right.
I'm sorry. I am a person of you should earn it. We learned our mistakes from Eddie Guerrero's passing.
Yes.
We already saw that. And yet, why does this get the pass?
Right.
At least with Rey Mysterio, he won the Royal Rumble.
Right.
He was very early on in the Royal. He was number goddamn 1 in the Royal Rumble. So at least he earned his opportunity to go to WrestleMania.
Right.
This literally is.
This is like Cody versus Roman at WrestleMania 39, and then they had to rectify the mistake at 40.
Yeah.
Make him finish the story. This is the second time that Mark Briscoe has to go after the Ring of Honor World Champion. He lost the first time. Big mistake.
That's right.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that.
That was a big mistake.
Against Claudia, I totally forgot about that.
And they should have capitalized on that then, but they didn't. And now they have to come here to, quote, finish the story.
The problem is that instead of saying this is the redemption for Mark Briscoe, they continue to talk about Jay Briscoe.
Right.
What if they did this? He lost that match. He starts picking up wind against the tail end of the year.
He changes his personality a little bit because he still had them boys. Like, come on, it's just him now.
Right, and even at the Titantron, it had both of them. It's like, this should not have been about the redemption of the Briscoes. This should have been about the redemption of Mark.
Right.
He could have kept his gimmick.
Yeah,
maybe a theme song change.
Yeah.
Do a little bit of this.
Update the Titantron.
Right. But they never did that. He was just in random tag matches, and all of a sudden he gets a Ring of Honor World title match.
And he's not even in tag matches. He's in trios matches, which is even worse because it just doesn't make any sense.
Well, at the very least, I can understand why that he's not doing regular tags.
Well, I know why he's not doing regular tags.
Have him be in singles. What's wrong with him being in singles matches, in triple threat matches, and start picking up big momentum instead of him looking like the third Whitaker next to Adam Copeland?
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much my interpretation. And then these two are also tagging next Sunday.
Yeah, they're tagging, and they were baby faces. So once again, I totally forgot about that. Why? It just doesn't make any sense. Now, you don't have to have Eddie Kingston be a heel. You didn't have to.
Right.
You could have had Mark Briscoe it redeemed himself, and Eddie's like,
Right.
I've seen it, let's do it. Boom. Then you take it away from Jay because we already had that and you fucked up. Okay, well, now what? Now we go to the redemption of Mark Briscoe,
Right.
and make him look like
Because we really have to move on from Jay.
Yeah, it was like, dude, he died like 2 years ago. Let's get over it.
Well, okay, maybe less than a year
And
ago.
this is literally coming from me. Peanut Gallery is my brother. And it's like, okay, if that happened to him, I'm like, okay, at some point in time, you have to move on.
Right.
You know, it's kind of ridiculous.
Right.
Athena defending the title. Again, why?
I don't know.
Now, the only thing that I like is that Billie Starkz, who is her minion, actually showed some heel.
Yes.
I really like that.
Yes.
And they really needed to do something with her, and because they already fucked up once again.
Although Billie Starkz just seems to change more than the Big Show as far as her alignment turns.
Yeah, because she was babyface against Athena and lost against Athena.
And then she became heel. And
No,
then
she was never heel. She went back to Athena, but still was playing a heel.
Oh.
Also, am I the only one who is blatantly looking at Athena and saying, why the fuck was she a redskin? She was wearing red paint all over her body.
I have no idea.
It's like, what are you trying to do here?
I don't know.
I mean, that
right? She doesn't. She lacks personality. Okay,
so let's go totally redskin. That's fine.
Yeah, pretty
let's
much.
just be
okay.
racist.
Let's talk about Johnny TV and Dalton Castle a little bit.
The premise of the rivalry was the custody of people,
right?
And
so was literally people's freedoms,
and now
those people are released.
They were released, and they were still mentioning them. The spot with all of like the boys who were doing this and leaping out was fucking embarrassing.
Oh yeah. By the way, 2 of the 4 people that were carrying Bailey on that throne were the boys.
Yes, they were the boys. I think that was Stephanie McMahon who wanted the boys to be there too. So I think that's hilarious. This was that. I mean,
match. They were already there, right?
I know. Yeah, because nobody tells them fucking anything.
Right.
This was a unmitigated disaster of a match. This was probably the worst fight without honor I have ever seen.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. You mean Supercard of Honor?
No. The fight without honor.
You mean the match type?
Called, yes.
Oh, yes. I totally forgot that was a match without honor.
I have seen worse Supercard of Honors.
I have too.
I've seen worse Supercard of Honors, but that was the worst fight without honor I have ever seen. The fact that Johnny TV was selling for those suicide dives from the boys.
Oh my god, those were viral. I forgot about that.
Though that was the most embarrassing. I cannot believe he even bothered with that shit. Dalton Castle looks absolutely defeated with his company at this point.
Oh, absolutely, because they got rid of the only part of his personality they just got rid of.
Yeah, that's part of the gimmick. You don't get rid of part of the gimmick.
Right. You might as well just get rid of Dalton as well. Dalton Castle has no value.
Yeah. I mean, he's a good wrestler, but I think
he's just fat.
He just might need some time to get rid of that back brace. Good Lord. It's been like 2.5 years.
I know, seriously.
Are you really wrestling so much that you can't allow your back to heal like 1 iota?
No, that's well, I mean, I don't know how much Tony Khan is paying him, but
they're paying nothing. CM Punk had to pay for his own surgery, and that was CM Punk.
Oh, that's true.
Remember? He had to pay for his own surgery.
Although I'm pretty sure Mercedes Moné won't have to pay for her own surgeries when she inevitably gets injured on her first match.
Yeah, probably. She will most likely get injured on her first match. But anyway, let's get back into this. Other than that, there wasn't really anything here that stood out to me as like spectacular.
No.
The crowd was hot. The show itself overall was good. I'll give it a full thumbs up being nice. But really,
I mean, you were in Philadelphia during WrestleMania weekend. You were going to find a market of people who wanted to watch the shows.
Exactly. So it was there.
Yep.
They did it. The build was bad. At least the show was good. So, Peanut Gallery, when we come back, we're going to talk about Sakura Genesis.
All right.